Greetings, my Rantians. Hope you all are doing well today, and welcome to another episode of the Anno 1800 Expert Campaign. Hope you all are doing fantastic on this beautiful, beautiful day, or it could be just really dark and damp and decrepit. That's normal. That's what happens over here. I want to thank everybody who started out the video by thanking everybody who voted on the most recent poll for the name of our Imperial Mint island. And as the title of the video is telling you right now, you know which one won. And we will be working on the Imperial Mint of AURUM. Hopefully I'm saying the name correctly. I did study a lot of Roman history back when I was in undergrad. So there were definitely parts I know. It's been a while since then, so I want to make sure with pronunciations and stuff like that, especially going into the next game, right? I better refresh myself. I gotta go pull out the old books. But I mostly focus on the actual like historical figures more so than like economic base and stuff like that for that time period. Anyway, along with that, I'm going to be real with you, champ. I didn't sleep at all last night, so please forgive me if I'm a little bit on the deflated side today. Why didn't I sleep? Well, you're looking at it. I was focusing on the expert campaign, getting a lot of stuff up to date, you know, mostly dealing with the raw resources, redirecting routes, because every single, for example, gold route that I've had that was coming to Isengard has stopped, and it's been redirected to AURUM. So we now have a significant gold stockpile over there, and that is exactly what we want. Along with that, you know, transferring stuff from region to region, I needed to update a couple of the trade routes that we had, excuse me, which were either we had too many ships on or too few ships on, along with the random freaking explosion that just took place in the Arctic in Site 2 of all places 3 times. That is unironically, Navarra's Might did not have a single fire and explosion that whole time, and I probably jinxed myself by saying it. Along with that, I did mention that I did have a little surprise for you guys, and this is the part that's also still not done. Let me show you. Because we have been just doing a whole bunch. Like, as you see here, like, this is still not even fixed. Even though I'm pumping out so much sugar in the New World right now, it's the route that's the problem. So I will probably have to take a look at that later on. But I want to show you this particular island that, you know, before when we worked on the national park, I could even tell that it needed a little bit more TLC. So we're not going back to that one. I'm going to show you what I have been doing. The island of Twitchsnap, which used to be the island that Margaret Hunt's capital was on, is being slowly but surely repurposed into a massive national park, utilizing multiple different packs. We have a little, you know, remnants of citizenry over in here, which they all have their own individual backyards, because it's kind of like a little area that's somewhat autonomous. That's how I'm really going about this. They're semi-autonomous, so I don't really care what happens here. But at the same time, so long as they don't cause problems, I won't really care either way. I did bring tourists over here, so naturally they don't have anything else besides the public mooring and their hotels as is. And I've worked in the front here a little bit to get a somewhat of an amusement park going over here, and then like a nice welcome center with souvenir shops and whatnot. What will happen is over here we're going to be having some lakes and parks and all that good stuff with big trails and all that good stuff. So it's going to be quite a undertaking. This will take some more time. I don't know what the heck happened here. Oh, okay, well, there weren't meant to be visitors. If you're getting visitors from your parents, then that's either a good thing or a very bad thing. Just saying. When you're at school. In the middle, we have a remnants of a fort that was, you know, it wasn't actually what she had on this island. Granted, she did not have just open land like this, but what I'm simulating is in the very middle of this island is where a pretty sizable fort used to be, and now that it has technically been abandoned, it's just been overgrown by a whole bunch of trees and other types of foliage. So we've repurposed it into like a tourist trap of sorts with different cafes all over it. Over on this side, this is where there is another like slew of fortifications, but now they've completely fallen into ruin. Unfortunately, this is the only type of building for a ruined tower. I can't change the model at all, so that's why I simulated here, along with a boardwalk around it. You can get in close to the towers, and I thought this was a good way of hiding all of these oil springs. Like, this is a byproduct of this destruction over here, which our fleet actually imposed. This is probably my favorite part of the island, though. This is the Imperial Naval Museum. Every single one of these ships, I don't know what the heck happened with this one. I actually had it perfectly positioned the last time. Maybe I can turn it. Nope, doesn't want to cooperate with me. Every single one of these ships partook in the war for our independence, pretty much. And they are all going to permanently stay here because they all took place in probably the capitulation of this island. The only one that did not, to my knowledge, was the USS Normandy that we built later on. But because of its name and significance, I definitely believe that it should be here. And oh, great, there's... I told you I was going to jinx myself. Please position yourself properly. Come on, you can do it. Okay, all right. We're just going to, like, park it right over here and leave it as is. Oh, there's a fire in the capital. Love to see it. But yeah, the Imperial Naval Museum is going to be over here. It pretty much is done. I have to just fix this one later. But we have, it's really open ground. What I need to do is I want to go ahead and put like a whole bunch of signposts and something like that kind of in the front here. I like the open grass area, but at the same time, it definitely needs a little bit more oomph to it. Kind of giving some more historical, information on every single one of these ships. Like, what did they do? What were they famous for? Like, what did the Penguin do? What did the Aura do? I know exactly what the Aura did. The Aura was the one that was actually the first in combat at Twitchsnap. I remember that very, very seriously because it almost got destroyed. The amount of damage that it took from those big Bettys was insane. Even with the, actual port being bombed, it still almost perished. So luckily the ship is, fully repaired and all that good stuff, so it is indeed here. I want it known that this was in a perfect position right over here, but now it just wants to be busy and not cooperate with me. But yeah, this is what the island is looking like so far. Hopefully I can have it done by the next episode. If not next one, then it will be the next one following that. Now, we are going to head over to the site of the Imperial Mint itself, AURUM. And this is the grand entrance. I figured we needed to have some sort of really grand entrance coming into here. And you might be asking yourself, well, how in the hell are you going to power this thing? I don't see any train tracks. I'm not even going to be worrying about oil here. I'm going to be using specialists because I got this thing right over here, and I'm going to put the +1 item for trade unions. So I went ahead and procured Meg services for this particular task. We have the airport over here. It is a very open-esque type island, so over here is where we're going to be having all the main production chains, so the goldsmiths, the pocket watches. We're going to have the gramophones as well, and then whatever really is nice that comes out of here, we'll probably put in this spot as well. Then over here, this is the fortification / barracks spot for the Red Star Legion. We're going to hopefully work on this today, too. If we don't finish, then I will finish on my own accord, and then the next episode, we will see it fully completed. But the goal is that there are going to be worker homes in here. That's what Red Star officially wanted when we were talking in Discord. And hopefully I can position it well enough so we have some form of training field out here. But I think more than likely we're going to have to put it in the front, or like this back end, we just block this off. And it makes sense in my mind. Really explaining it right now is just it's not going to function properly. Along with that, because this game doesn't really have, the ability to make your own banners properly, I decided to put the banner of the roses, symbolizing that this is the Red Star Legion's headquarters, I guess. So that's the best I can do with that regard. And we have a whole bunch of stuff in here. We might as well just get started with building, right? But you know what? First of all, oh, this is also a thing. Because there are a lot of new people to the channel, we have a bunch of new rantians, which is incredible. You guys alerted me to something regarding the capital. You guys have not seen this behemoth at night. The whole purpose of me putting a whole bunch of the city lights around was for it to be illuminated at night. So let me pan the camera properly, go over here, and go into nighttime mode. And we'll do a little bit of a scenic tour. I'll just take it in postcard view. And yeah, I got that active just for the fireworks. Oh yeah, this thing exploded as well. I also have to mention that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of the city lights that are working. It's very well illuminated, except for the back end, which does need a little bit more TLC. Like over in this spot, we have them here, but over if we go further up over here, except for the Forum of the Eternal Sun, which is really very well illuminated, I dare say. Back over here, this is where it starts to get a little bit on the darker end, I guess. But then again, the buildings are a lot closer to one another, so that's also a thing. But going all the way here to the Skyline Tower, I think it's perfect with the lights that are already along the canals. I wish I could change it out a little bit. I haven't really played around with it too much, but this is what the settlement actually looks like at night. It's very well illuminated, and I'm very pleased that my crazy idea actually worked. Going over here, because there's no skyscrapers except for over here, we'll have to have some form of lights in the middle, so more than likely these center sections and these corner ends, we're going to have the city lights over there. Like, this thing's very well illuminated, and that's fantastic. Going over here to one of the embassies, which is great, but then Castrum Imperialis is completely lit up. At least in the front sections, which is good. Going further into the back, and this is kind of... I know it's a little bit too fast, and I don't want to make anybody have, like, a headache or anything like that. It is a little bit on the darker end, too, so we'll have to put some more lights in the back over here, too. And the banners are here probably temporarily, if I'm being honest with you, because I feel like I can do better. But at least this side's done. I'm happy that this back end is completely done. And then heading over into the engineer quarters. Over here, it seems relatively fine-ish. But going further into this end, it kind of becomes a little bit darker. So I want to make sure we work on that. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not really that bad. But yeah, this is what the entire capital looks at night. And I can also do another thing for you, which... if you're looking for inspiration, I guess, we can always go into this mode, which I tend to favor a lot for the outros. So you can take a look-see at a portion of the island, which was probably the most difficult area, to be honest. Getting all these homes, along with all these canals working, and the power, excuse me, was an ordeal in of itself. But I am very pleased with the state of Rantium. Truthfully, it is my most ambitious build, and hopefully something that I will be known for, at least to put myself on the map. I already have to a point, but not nowhere close to, what will happen later, So this is what Rantium looks at night, and without further ado, just head back over to the dawn mode. There were some questions in the Discord asking whether I was planning on doing the day-night cycle when it comes to the modded campaign, and the answer is more than likely yes. I'm going to be trying to do just that. Reason for that is I quite like the day-night cycle. Hell, we can even try right now. Let's just go ahead and play it out. And we got this dude. Are you even good? Yeah, I mean, he's alright. He's okay. So let us begin. We need to have at least 3 of the trade unions to start off for our particular building chains. So we'll have one be right over here. And because AURUM is really on the prestigious side of things, I want to make sure that it looks very pretty at the same time, as well as being very effective. Now, can I actually put this in parallel and exactly the same as the other one? We'll see. I don't know. I did it. We'll try it out. Best way to figure this out is to actually get some roads. And if they line up, then they're perfect, which I was off by 1 tile. Outstanding. Put that over there. What we can do is in the front end, we can have the goldsmiths, and we have some really cool specialists in here. You're for the jewelers, you're for clockmakers, you're for production. Jewelers, clockmakers. Did I make anything for goldsmiths? I thought I did. What the heck were for goldsmiths? Oh, okay, it was just the standards. Okay, so nothing too major when it comes to the goldsmiths then, which I guess kind of sucks. I didn't transfer those guys over. Which in this particular case would be Ferris, so we'll need 2 of him. And then we would need... Where is the other guy? Or it might have just been... I think that's the Ferris is the only one I recruited. No, wait a minute. It's the printing press right over there. Okay. Printing press, and I needed 1 more. I don't think I got the other guy. More than likely I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and research that last guy while we're getting the other stuff done. And I believe... Yeah, I think it's him. Yeah, we'll just get him. He's the best possible person here. Because the other ones, they don't really do anything that I care about. And let's go ahead and put these guys in here. So we'll have 1 Ferris in here. Another one in here. And we will need to have... I'm going to put Meg in the Union Subsidies Act down over here. That'll be a good spot. And now we can just go ahead and work on the goldsmiths themselves. So we'll be having some jewelry here too. Even though we're going to be utilizing gold ore for the jewelers, I definitely believe that having some gold bars is going to go a long way. Okay, it's going to be really cool. And I like the building. It's a nice building. We're going to definitely work on this. Let's go ahead and build it in a nice way that's going to be effective. I like this. And let's see how far we can go. If we space them out like this, we won't get the maximum result. So I think if we put them like this, it'll be pretty cool. And then we'll do this on this side. That is, we can get a lot of freaking goldsmiths in here. I'm actually of the opinion that maybe we don't change the input to the gold ore. We're getting so much gold in here, it's crazy. I want to put another set in the back. So 1 over here. And 1 right over here. That'll be perfect. And immediately we're going to build the roads. We have that all situated. Now, can I put this... It's perfect in the middle. It works. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it a lot. Why did I just make a cross? Okay, never mind. Moving on. Let's go up in this direction, and then over here. That's a lot of goldsmiths. That's a lot of gold. I'm actually missing 1. Okay, well, that's actually a really cool amount. I didn't think I could get that many. We'll go ahead and build the roads all around. And we'll make sure that we'll have enough of the warehouses around here just to make sure they're always going to be present and they'll never have an issue in which they cannot reach that spot to deliver the goods. So we'll have, for example, 1 warehouse conveniently tucked into this corner, 1 right over here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. I did not, on the other hand, continue building this road, which is terrible. And I'm gonna upgrade all of them to... I think that should be sufficient. I actually like the fact that it's golden color. Yeah, let's keep it like that. And out of curiosity, I just want to see how fast this thing's gonna work. 21 seconds. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And when we do that, I like this whole aesthetic of, you know, we have the police in the front here. This is essentially the only way to get into the Imperial Mint itself. And we have to make sure this area is always protected at all times. So each one of these spots are going to be walled off in a way, but I want to do it because I have so many of the columns. I'm going to be utilizing them as much as I possibly can, along with some of these columns. Now, I don't want to like constantly put down Nadaski's column, but what I can do is I can put down the victory columns. I really think that that's going to go a long way. If I wanted to be a little bit more fancy, I guess I could have put down the archways. I don't know why that faced that direction, but there we go. I mean, now it's a picturesque settlement. I dare say that's the right thing to say about this particular island, no? And we'll put a whole bunch of the columns that we've managed to procure over time right over here. And we'll do the same for the other districts once we get to them. Get this right here, this one right here, this guy right over here. This is just my perfectionist brain fully activated. I'm doing my damnedest to focus. That is an undertaking in and of itself. So, luckily it works all the way back here. That's perfect. Get this built up, this right over here. So we're getting our first gold bars. We're going to get rid of all these other construction materials. Apparently the island became not as pretty. What other stuff did I have for this? I'm forgetting. Well, he's almost done. What other thing for the goldsmiths? I might have not transferred something over. It was a printing press, yeah. Constantly forgetting that. It's not going to be mega fast, but it's already pretty decent, I guess. That's 20 seconds for this. With the electricity and obviously Ferris. What the hell was... Oh, right, yeah. I forgot about fire stations. Well, I guess I can put them in front. That's not a big deal. Let's put one right over here. The other one will be right over here. It's kind of detracting from its beauty, but at the same time... Are you kidding me? How the hell you have an anarchist banner? I don't know what the hell's going on. Because, okay, here's... I might have an idea. I didn't purchase the Anarchist DLC back then. I don't know how in the hell I managed to have these, though. I only had the banner and the megaphone tower. But with regards to this, I have no clue. You know what? Put Anarchists up there. I like the color scheme. Screw it. And what I'm going to do is... Oh, this is probably going to be really loud. I wanted to build all of them at once, man. But there we go. There is our massive gold network for gold bars. That is the first one. And, oh, we're probably going to need another set of that. Understood. Well, I mean, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. The printing press. That's what I need. Along with that dude. So I'm going to get another one of him. What the hell is your name? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. That's what matters. I can pretty much just go and copy this whole thing. Now, how much gold are you guys going through? Oh, yes, a casual 72. Yeah, that's a lot of gold bars. That's a lot of gold bars. But at least it's a pretty solid network. And, oh, Jesus. Okay. Maybe I focus this one on maybe the jewelers. Now... The jewelers here, Francois Strindberg, I believe his name is, the crown jeweler, will affect the jewelries and also produce us some pocket watches. Pocket watches are what I want to make here too. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned that one. It's like gramophones, not the pocket watches. So I will be working on pocket watches too. And it reduces and removes the hole necessary for pearls. So we don't even need to have pearls. This guy's for clockmakers. This guy, I don't know about him now. Mr. Gilbert. I have to think. But what I will do for now is I'm going to put this guy in here for sure. And I don't think we need another big section of the gold over there, honestly. This one's for clockmakers, you're for gramophones, you're for carpentry works, which unironically, same thing. Gold ore, yeah, okay. But you go in here. So we have really good specialists in here for the jewelers, and we want to immediately go ahead and build this. We won't need the pearls to completely cut it out. That's incredible. And how are we going to go about building this spot? So let's go ahead and see how far we can go on with this. If I were to bring over the jewelers one more, I want to say I can have 3 in here. Perfect. That's what I want. Spin that right round. So this side's going to be a little bit more different than the other one, which it's entirely fine. Those are right on the edge, dude. Wow. Okay. All process of building the Imperial Mint. Isn't it nice? Probably can't fit anything in the middle there, so that's okay. We'll put 2 jewelers over here and 2 over here. We'll have to change the orientation of the building. because it's facing inward and we want it to face outward. Like so. And same over here. So every single one of these jewelers will be working at maximum efficiency. That's what I like to see. And more than likely I can even put one at the end here, but I'm not going to. I need to put down the warehouses. So I'll have one over there and then one over here. And now we just need to build it up. Let's go and build all of the roads around. And the cool thing about this is, seeing as how we're properly utilizing all of the gold that we're getting from the New World, from our other, you know, the other mines that we have across the Imperium are also producing gold. We're getting gold from everywhere. It's incredible. So this is never going to stop, I would imagine. And the only dude that has an anarchist banner is that one. You know what? It's bothering me. This is what's going to happen. It didn't even, like, properly delete. That's crazy. Alright. Got that sorted. Nice. Next, we gotta build all these. Warehouses first, if you please. We'll keep it at that level. We have the guys necessary in our trade union over there, and we'll build these guys up too. Ah, these guys are all artisan workforce. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, if that's the case, I need to get more artisans, because that's a lot of people. Who's actually changing it? Or was it always like that to begin with? Oh, it was always like that to begin with. That's fine. That's fine. Did I have... Here on Tucson, you guys, like, all full up? Yeah, you guys are. And you're part of the network anyway, so that's definitely a thing. We'll just have to upgrade all of the, you know, the workers here to artisans. And that'll help. And that is why we have backups. Why won't you guys do it? Oh, university need. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Put the university right here. That'll help. And we already alleviated that problem. So for the other ones, let's take a look. The gramophones need engineers, so that's good. Then we're going to cut out the wood veneers entirely in favor of just having timber. Oh, you also need the school. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't need to build that one entirely. I needed to build the school, which I can get rid of this and in favor of this. Enjoy the school. Get those guys there, them, and there. All right, perfect. So we have enough artisan workforce now, and we'll change the building skins later on. That's totally fine. Let's head back to AURUM. Wow, it's already looking really cool, man. That's really awesome. And they're completely overlooked. What the hell? How fast do you make it? 8 seconds for jewelry? Holy hell. Okay, what happened? What the hell? You're getting pearls anyway? The building processes... Yeah, why do you need... I'm confusion. You're working. Okay, so long as they're doing their thing, but I for certain saw a dude take pearls over to this building. We don't need pearls. Okay, whatever. I can't worry about that. If the game's being weird, the game's being weird. So this is a mega fast chain then. I need to change the orientation of these buildings, because the other ones are fine. They actually are proper, but these ones, not so much. We need to definitely build more of the warehouses, because clearly we don't want to run out of stuff. We don't want to see that hard icon all the time. We want to make sure they get to the other warehouses, and I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them one more time. That'll make it a lot better. Let's get rid of these. I want to put instead, we'll need gold. We can have gold ore as one, even though that's not as important anymore. We'll need the gold bars, and then we can have the jewelry right now. And the cool thing about this is we'll be able, because this is just a ridiculously fast chain. I didn't think it was this fast. I didn't look at the numbers. We can start sending this. Oh, he's giving us pocket watches too, dude? Yo, you are a mad lad. Absolute mad lad. Okay. Love to see it. This is all part of being at the Imperial Mint. Well, I mean, we definitely have these in abundance. I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing over this side. And it's raining. And we have a comedian. You know, I actually thought for a long time I wanted to be a comedian. Why? Because my shtick was, I have enough trauma from all the time in my life, and I could definitely bring it forward into a comedy act. Is that probably the right way of going about it? More than likely not. But I like to think I'm funny. Sometimes. Most of the time. Honestly, I kind of try to be... I like the sarcastic humor. If you're not capable of being sarcastic and funny about it, or even monotone at moments that you didn't even plan to be funny in, I probably will not laugh. That's why, like, a majority of the shorts that like I put out, which I haven't really done recently, just based off of time, unfortunately, I kind of am on the sarcastic side of things. I personally, that's how I laugh. Or really, really funny gestures. Oh my god, I had a professor back in undergrad. He was just a king, absolute king when it came to, like, random gestures. Or just, he would look at, like, us with, you know, obviously his eyeballs. But the way that he would do it was funny. And then I would just start laughing out of nowhere and he would look at me. I can't explain it. It is what it is. Okay, we're definitely... We need to build another section for the gold ore. Or the gold bars, rather. Because these guys are going through that so fast. It's unbelievable. We can't pump these guys any further. Well, I mean, they're at 20 seconds. These guys are at freaking 8. So we'll need 2 of these in order to navigate this. That's okay to me. It's meant to be here, right? This is the whole thing. So let me go ahead and copy all of this. And I want to put another spot for it right over here. Let's see where I can put it the best. How many spaces are those? That's technically... That is 3. So 3 right over here. I don't want it to be bordering that street, so I think this is probably the best spot. This is probably going to be very loud. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to lower the volume. I can't. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That was weak sauce! Come on, I was getting all... Okay, we're fine, we're fine. We're as cool as a cucumber, don't worry. Actually, we need gold. We need a lot of gold bars. Go ahead and upgrade these guys. So we'll definitely have to get some more specialists in here, like Meg for certain. And then Ferris will have to be brought over, or more than likely researched again. I don't think UNRM has any more of him. If he's lingering somewhere else, then maybe I can procure him. You guys see Ferris anywhere? He's wearing his lovely jacket. I don't see him. He more than likely in the New World. Ah, there he is. So we'll have Ferris there. We already have Meg, which she is going to be conveniently placed right there, which she already is. And what else do I have in here? Oh yeah, printing press, and then whatever the hell that dude's name is when I actually research him. Oh, I actually did. All right, perfect. So maybe with that guy, he'll definitely help us. And I totally don't even remember his name. But he's got a mega awesome beard. I can't grow my beard like that. I go like for 4 or 5 days by growing my facial hair, and then I just have to cut it. I have to shave it off. I can't deal with it. It's just too much. Oh, wow, this is looking awesome. I don't know if we'll have time to get to the Legion barracks. Hopefully we will. I mean, we get the core stuff done. Ultimately, you know this is where all of the money is. So we're going to have at least some ships stationed here. It's good that we'll have the Legion, obviously. So they're going to be, you know, taking care of us 100% in our interests here. Let's get that guy in here. We're in 21 seconds. So I want to see what happens when we add in the guy with the epic beard. They're at 20 seconds before, now they're at 18. It's still not fast enough. It's actually ridiculously close. But that's also with the secondary district. They need 146 bars of gold each minute? That's a lot of jewelry, man. Holy crap. It's kind of, you know, I can't even build my freaking columns because I don't have enough gold ready. That's insane, dude. I love it. I love it so much. Well, I mean, pocket watches definitely need to be in here too. Pocket watches. There we go. So we'll have pocket watches up there, and then we're gonna need gramophones. Gramophone buildings are large. I don't know whether I want... probably like over here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good spot for them. The +1 for trade unions, definitely the right call. So we have brass already in here. I'm sorry, we have brass. We have brass here. So we need to build the gramophone factory because we actually do have the specialists necessary to change the input of the wood veneers to timber, which we are also getting timber in here too. But the building size is colossal. So maybe let's pre-plan this. We need a decent space, and I think this is going to be the right locale. And let's go ahead and get a couple of these guys. They are very, very, very ridiculously slow. Oh, that is just... No. I didn't want it right on the road. Unless I build them this direction. I could try to do that. Let's see. That is 4. That is 5. That would block it off, but it's good to know that we can probably put one in the back, and that'll be pretty good. 6. And I'm just gonna literally copy these guys and just like stuff them right over here. It's only one space away. Yeah, that's correct. So we'll have that many. We can actually probably put one more in this corner. And then how many of these guys will we have? Well, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll have 11 of the gramophone factories. Wowzers. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it while we're wasting time. Awesome. And with regards to the gramophone factories, we're going to need Meg in there. This guy, Johan, the inventor, I know I had him from before, but right now I feel like this is the right spot for him to be. Spectacle factory. Okay, so you, no. Jewelers, no. Clockmakers, no. Carpentry works. Yeah, this is who we want. And then you are for clockmakers. What I think I had somebody else for the gramophones. I thought I did. Gramophones. I literally have to... Okay, no, you only provide it to people. Gramophone factory. Oh, these guys! I know okay, hold up. I'm losing it. See, this is why I needed sleep, and I didn't get sleep, and now this is what's happening. I'm making more of a fool of myself. I went ahead and researched them. I did both. Right? You're him? Who's the other guy? Oh, it's this guy. Right. So, we're gonna get those lovely gentlemen in here, but while that's happening, we need to make the wall quarter. And we have a gap here. Hold up. We need to put what are these things called? The warehouses, that's it. We put the warehouses down. Is that the right spacing? How come you're there and you're there? What did I do wrong here? Oh, okay, so you're the problem. You're the problem child. Okay, well, just don't look at it. That's all I can really say. You are the problem child. And we have to deal with you. It kind of looks cool with that road. Okay, nice. Now then, if you're just... Okay, so I didn't even need Master Craftsman Morris. What the hell am I doing? I need Professor Ram Devi. Or Devi. Is it Devi? Yeah. The bundle of energy. Do I like to think I'm a bundle of energy? Am I a bundle of energy right now? Absolutely not. Am I an absolute train wreck? Hell yeah. And then we need Seraphim. Oh yeah, I remember you. So 50%, 50%, that's 100% already. These guys are going to be at a minute with regular electricity. So that should be 30 seconds. And then with additional 4, I'm thinking somewhere at like 20 some odd seconds to get us some gramophones. That's what I'm thinking. Not entirely certain until I build the damn things, but we'll figure it out right now, won't we? I think those two will be sufficient for this spot, so let's just go ahead and build the rest. 32 seconds, that's not bad. That's really not bad at all. Okay, so we're going to be getting the brass, and we are getting the timber. And now we can go up here and swap this out to gramophones. Because gramophones, even though they don't actually help out our population size, they help with happiness. Because if we go over here to Rantium, for example, and we go over to their happiness needs, either jewelry or gramophones are always struggling. And I don't want to see this anymore. I want their money, okay? I want their money, and they have to give it to me. One way or the other, I'm going to make sure I get both. So, the other thing being is that the pocket watches is coming from Isengard, but there is no actual building chain in Isengard that's producing it. I'm actually curious, how fast are they going through these pocket watches? Because if they're not going through a bunch, that may not even make the clockmakers right now. I might focus on the Legion headquarters. Can I just even see this anywhere? Pocket watches, or I might have to just like look it up. Or it might, okay, 13 per minute. Okay, so if I head over to, where's AURUM? What the hell? Okay, well, no, hold on. That is with all islands. We're producing 56, but we're consuming 19. That is incredible. Oh, right here. Okay, I don't want all islands. Can I click that off? Is there any way? Yeah. I don't even have clockmakers going, but they're making 38 freaking pocket watches every damn minute. Hey, Katima, I have a question. Your very, pompous, you-know-what, purchases... I totally forgot that he purchases gramophones at that much. I don't really even need the money, but that is crazy. He buys the damn watches for 13,000 a piece. I kind of want to bankrupt this man. I kind of want to bankrupt this man for the memes. I'm making so much I could care less. I'm going to send my pocket watches, my gramophones everywhere across the Imperium. How many of the freaking gramophones am I making too? I already have 22 in here. Where are the gramophones at? Making 20 per minute, dude. I'm totally fine. Where's Rantium? How many gramophones do you want? Doesn't even say it because I don't even have it. No, there it is. 7. Yeah, I'm totally fine. I can. Oh, they're making. Oh yeah, that do provide steam carriages. Dude, I'm losing my damn mind right now. Please, for the love of God, make sure you sleep. Don't be like me. Yeah, it's a whole situation. I need to start trading this jewelry. I need ships. ASP. So, we need probably 2 or 3 extravaganza steamers, and then we could definitely benefit from additional world-class reefers, because we want to send these over to Ditchwater and Constantinople. You know what? New World-wise, what do you guys want? You would want some jewelry. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm making billiard tables, too. Totally forgot about that. I went over to Raxus, and I spoke with Governor Laney, and I essentially asked him, like, hey, so you're cool with the whole celluloid production, right? And he's like, yeah, man, absolutely. Anything for you. And I was just like, oh, quite penetrated by your kindness, good sir. And we are now producing not only the toys, but we also have the billiard tables here, too. We're getting the felt coming in from Traxio, so that's part of the requisition order to make that happen. And we are producing a whole bunch of billiard tables. It's not a, well, not a bunch. We are producing billiard tables. It's just not fast. They're just working by base speed. So they're at, what, 4 per minute? And that's fine by me. And we should see all of our homes in Rantium actually do have... look, I gotta be real with you, Chief. That looks incredible. Being able to provide every single things that these guys want, and look at his beautiful smile. Just, you want to go over there and squeeze your cheek. Yeah, it's okay. I know. You can thank me later. But just don't riot or put those horrid banners up again, because I don't even know. I didn't have the Anarchist DLC for the longest time, so I don't know what the heck this game's on. But what I can do is I can use the Rogue One for the time being and actually start trading all of this jewelry, because I need it to constantly work, right? From AURUM, we are going to bring over... Where is this jewelry at? There it is. We're going to bring it over to Rantium, because they genuinely have nothing. But I'm going to keep it up here for the time being until we get those ships out. And once they are indeed out, then we will definitely swap them out with other ships. Oh, this is so nice. Wow. Really cool. And I will go to beautify the whole bit. Like, I already started with the front end here, but everything is going to look very nice and pristine. Oh, wrong spot. I need to put 2 of these columns down. Put one over here. But you know what? I guess I could also put this one. Hold on. There we go. I'll put those ones down. And then we'll work on the column walls, as I like to call them, because that's essentially what they are, I guess. I'll put them in the right spots for now. Oh, we'll probably need one here, yeah. Makes sense. Alright, we'll have to bring that specialist over. Yeah, we'll need one right over here. Right over here. And build this straight on forward. You have smog problems here? That's not good. I was like, what the hell am I going to be using every single one of these columns for? Guess we found out. Well, we're using it. Awesome. And that looks pretty good. So another good section. We'll have to put some of the fire stations around here. I don't like that placement. I think like maybe here will be sufficient. And because this is, you know, definitely a location that needs to be protected at all times, I definitely want to, we'll roleplay the fact that these are patrolled by not only the Red Star, which are in the back there, and I want to see if I can get to that. Hopefully we can start it off at least. And the Rantian Guards, so a little bit of both. And we can change the building skin out too. I only have the one. I think the game only has the one, actually. Very high, so more than likely there will be some explosions here. Big shocker. But we have a lot of stuff in here. Unbelievable. And the rogue one's already off with our first shipment of the jewelry, and we're already, like, are making up for it. Getting the pocket watches. What do we need for... Where are the pocket watches, actually? They're right in here, aren't they? Yeah. So the building itself... Oh, you're a beefy boy, aren't you? Let's see about this. You would be in a very precarious position if we put it here. But because I don't need a lot of them anymore, I can definitely say that this is not a bad spot to have the pocket watches being manufactured. So we'll put this one right over here. We're going to go to the blueprint mode and back to the engineers and head over to the pocket watches. Oh, you need the glass. I don't know if I have glass here. I don't believe I do. Wow. Okay. That's not gonna be fun. But this is gonna be okay. We can put that there. And then I guess we go back to the normal one too. Yeah. We'll have to try our best with these. How fast is the building? It's at 4. Oh, this thing's gonna be mega fast. Hold on, let me see. I need some glass, man. Oh, I definitely have room in here. I should probably bring in some guns. But I need glass, so I'm gonna just do this. Yeah, I don't know how much. What's the storage capacity here? 2,500. Those are rookie numbers. Bring that up to like 150. That's too much. Okay, never mind. 100. There we go. Looking good. And who needs to make the engineers? Yeah, see, okay, now we know that our engineer workforce is actually allocated properly. That I quite like. You know what? In fact, it's not a terrible looking complex. I quite like this. It's working well. We don't need to even build any over here, really. I think these ones are totally fine. I'm going to build this complex, and then we're going to head over to that fortification, build it really quick. Oh, we need one little spot in here. All right, so we need... Oh, I don't have Meg, don't I? Don't I have her somewhere else? Hold on. I probably do. Oh, right. I only got 4. But I know she's somewhere. I'll have to just check every single island, unfortunately. In the old world, might I add. I don't see her. She would normally be at the top because her name is Angela. Nope. Negative Isengard, maybe? Nope. Weston? Probably not. Okay, so we'll need another Meg, please. For trade union items, she's right there. Perfect. Be done in 10 minutes, so we'll definitely see her active right in here. And I think we just need the 2 warehouses for this one. You know what? For good measure, we can go for 3. I just don't like where it's positioned. Oh, you know what? I can do this instead. Let me put these ones at the corners. Then that doesn't look as bad. Still bad, but it doesn't look as bad. But with regards to the pocket watches and all that good stuff, you're clockmakers, so... Oh, we'll utilize a worker workforce instead, but that's 50% productivity, and we get some extra jewelry out of it. Nice. All right, you... We don't care about you no more. You are for the clockmakers, you're fine, and then you are also... It's going to process the brass. Okay, perfect. So we'll have those, and we'll build these guys up as much as we can. I think that'll be sufficient enough, and bing, bang, boom. Missing electricity. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. You guys, you're all full up, so you don't necessarily need her in here right now. You guys could benefit by having her right now. How fast are you? 28 seconds. Not bad. Why did you guys go down? The hell happened? Oh, because, wait a minute. No, those are workers. What the hell? What are you doing? Oh, that's a workforce need for these guys. Ew. Okay. Well, we'll leave that be, considering how we have enough to pocket watches there to begin with. And we definitely need to trade a whole bunch of these jewelries, like jewelry all across the Imperium. We're sending it to Terradonge. We're sending it to all of our dukes, our duchesses, our barons, everybody. You want some jewelry? You know where to find it. You want some gramophones, on the other hand, talk to me in a minute, because that's not as fast. Awesome. All right, so let's head over here to the fortification. Now, what we're going to try to do is we are going to focus on worker homes, and we have essentially all the stuff that we need for them. So, you know what? How can I do this? I kind of want to put a... Hold up. We're going to put a marketplace right in the front. Right in here. Nice little cubby. Perfect. That's going to be the starter. And I think the open air is probably going to be the best one for this location. And then we'll start working on placing the homes. Do we want a road going through here, or are we just going to have it like winding roads? I think we should have it like winding roads. I think that'll be a little bit nicer. But I want to see... We want the police station somewhere. I think we put one police station over here and one police station over here. That'll look really nice. And then we'll have the fire stations be placed like right in here. So all these pertain to the Legion. I think that's the best way of going about it. And we'll start building the Legion barracks buildings. Yeah. Okay, so that is definitely a little bit of a problem. But, no. Actually, I know what to do with it. I know exactly what to do with it. Don't you worry. I'm a man with a plan. Let's go ahead and build these guys up first. We're not going to change their building skins. We're going to keep them as is, because there's a reason for that. We're not going to keep them at farmers. Get there and there, and then we'll get these guys here. We can't put... We can put 2 here. That's okay. Oh, interesting idea. Hold on. Getting rid of this. Not telling you guys because haha, evil. Build a road back here though. Looking pretty good. We'll need a pub because they're gonna need one. And we're gonna put that pub like right over here. Build that up. Next one, we're gonna have to have a school because it's pretty cool. We'll put it like right over here. It's not necessary for now, but it'll be later on for sure. Next one is the church. We're gonna have to put the church somewhere in here because that's kind of like in the middle. I'm gonna change the skin to the Old Town Church. Why? Because, see, this is why I want you all to know. I pay attention to like practically every single thing you say. Even if I don't respond to you immediately, I go back and I read. Okay? When Red Star was explaining his Legion backstory to me, he mentioned that it was from 1404, so we're bringing in Anno 1404 into this. I think that church really does help out considerably. Why are they unhappy? What the problem is? Oh, well, you're not even at the pub yet. Let's give it a minute. Jeez. And then you'll be happy. You're protecting the Imperial Mint, for Christ's sake. Like, oh, that works out well, doesn't it? Bring that up to here. Nice. So what I thought about a little bit of added flavor, there are certain spots along the fortification walls, like right here, that are open, and these are going to be lookout points. So this is a really nice view of Toussaint over there, for example. There's another one over here, and it's kind of hidden behind the trees, which I think is really a cool thing to do here. And you'll have another lookout point right over on this side, and then there's another one right over here. I want to try to add as much realism as possible to this. So let's see about trying to make some blocks like this. I want to put a marketplace in the back here as well. That'll negate this home, so we'll have to get rid of that one. We'll link that up like so, and we'll link this up like that, and then we'll have this street link up there. Go ahead and build all this and all this. I don't know why it went to that one first and then the other. Did we recruit that guy? We did. Okay. We need to bring him over. UNRM. We got the printing press. That's perfect. And then Meg is currently underway. That's pretty cool. I think it was another dude with a beard. Wasn't it a dude with a beard? Yeah, there he is. Wonderful. So we got that. My mind is that of a goldfish right now. Please excuse me. Yep, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if we can fully finish this in this episode, so what we can do is in the beginning of the next one, we can definitely work to finish the Legion barracks over here. Because I definitely want to make sure that it's done well. I don't want to just half-ass it based off of the time constraint, you know? That's not fair. That's not fair and or correct. Right. Anything of the sort. Well, we'll probably need to have a school back here at some point. So maybe over here, get rid of these two, and we'll build a school ground right over here. Awesome. And the church is like right in the middle, so we don't need to worry about that too much. All right, are you guys ready to upgrade? Not yet. Would we want mail? I did not ask that. I feel like we should, though. Let's get some mail services in here. Can we fit this guy in the middle? We can if we get rid of that home. And I think we should. Oh, that's actually a really good spot for it. And there's a road right behind. Oh, I'm an absolute genius, dude. Unbelievable. It's gonna be slow. Good thing is we can go ahead and turn this on. Looking good. It's really nice and refreshing to see a maxed out jewelry section along with a decent amount of gold in here. Ooh-wee! Why are they not working, though? What's the problem? What are you missing? Ah, cool. Well, you know what? I'm going to change all these iron deposits to coal and just have Mad Mary go to hell. You know, go to town. And hell, for that matter. Because, quite frankly, that's what's going to be sounding inside of those mines. Absolute bloody hell. Doing our Is Meg ready? I don't think she is. I think she's almost done. 9 seconds. Okay, if I just waited 9 seconds, then we would have definitely seen her. But now we got these guys ready to upgrade. So let me show you which house design we're going to be going with here. And I think it'll work very well with the Legion-esque going forward. And it's going to be this one, the brick skin. Is it the brick skin? Hold up. Give me a second. Yeah, it is the brick skin. Because it's kind of like boxy. I do like that. So we're going to go over here to Skin Painter. Hopefully I remember how to do this. No, I don't. It's Shift. It's not that one. Where was it? Right here. Boom. Alright. And then we'll fix it all up to make sure that it is entirely proper and looking good. I might do a little bit of beautification work over here, but this is the start of the Legion Barracks. This is the start of AURUM itself. We are producing a whole bunch of stuff. We now need to change all of the iron deposits to coal deposits, excuse me, which this is the wrong section to be in. Actually, it's right over here. Mysteries of Nature. I already have changed the ore deposits. What the hell? When did I get those? And this is an iron deposit, which I'll have to fix the front end. Okay, change that to coal. The hell? Change. Current ore. Wait. Okay, it changed it. Didn't tell me. God damn it. Go over here. Change ore to coal and change you to coal. Now, before we're done, I'm gonna also go ahead. Okay, her name is Mary. I know that. Mad Mary. There we go. The dynamite enthusiast. Yeah, that's gonna produce a lot of coal. We'll bring some dynamite in here. We'll get a trade union attached. Can I get a trade union to both these? Oh, man, that sucks. Imagine if you can move these. That would have been fantastic. Like, really fantastic. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and plop one right over there. We'll plop one right over here. And then this one. Oh, my God, I can do it. Let's go. So I'll have to fix this little section. I can probably do it right now. Let's get rid of that. And we'll have to build a road that goes from here all the way to probably right over there. Kind of messes with my aesthetic. I'm starting to sound like a spar oven. It's scaring me. We'll have the road just go right behind these, and we'll bring it over to here and then link up right here. Okay, perfect. So we'll just need to fix the whole coal situation. We will work on that in the next episode, more than likely. We'll actually bring over Meg first before we fully call it quits for the day. But it's quite refreshing to see the day-night cycle. I might just keep it until the end of the campaign. So, that was pretty cool. You guys should all be happy. You now have jewelry, don't you? That's lifestyle needs. Yeah, so jewelry right there. So next one we need to really focus on being the gramophones. That's really good. Jewelry right there. I'm pretty sure I went over the pocket watches by doing that, but that's different. Yeah, brain, no wanna function. What is the issue? Like, the population is stable, really? It's the artisans that are being a bit of a problem. Whatever. Alright, back over here real fast, and put Megan here the moment that she actually arrives. Is she almost here? Yep. Fast forward, please. Thank you. Put you in here. Awesome. And then these two specialists in here. So pretty much every single one of these chains are very well optimized. We need the glass for this one. We need the coal coming in a significant amount. How much do we need is the actual value. 156. Oh, that might be a little bit spicy. No, not necessarily. You get electricity to that. Plus an extra. It's not going to be spicy at all. I'm curious. Hold on. How many do we have here? We have 4 of those mines over here. And I haven't even optimized it fully. How much are you cranking out of here with the coal? We are totally fine. I don't know why I'm even worried. I don't even know why I'm worried. I shouldn't be, and neither should you. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. We will get all those horrid red signs away. They're actually slowly going away because more than likely we got a coal shipment in right now, and that's perfect. Great timing. We're going to finish out the Legion Barracks in the next episode. We're going to make it look absolutely beautiful. We're going to continue expanding the rest of the Imperial Mint. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. And you know what? I hope you have a great rest of your day, because I like to put these ones at 8 o'clock my time in the morning. I don't know when you guys look at them, but regardless of the time of day, I hope you guys have a great big smile on your face and that you are having a nice, easygoing time in your lives. And this video or whatnot made you laugh in some way, shape, or form at the fact that I mess up constantly and didn't sleep at all. I'm going to go sleep right now, actually. That's really what I'm planning on doing. So, until next episode, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. And I'll catch you on the next episode, my Rentians.